We welcome you inside of Wildcat Arena on the campus of Wheeler High School. Joe Hilsman and Darryl LeBerry. It is the Meadowcreek Mustangs out of 7A Georgia taking on the Holy Spirit Prep Cougars out of 3A GISA. Coach, Meadowcreek, the 7A defending state champs. Holy Spirit, the defending 3A GISA champs. But it's about the defense of Meadowcreek containing possibly the best prospect in the class of 2020 and Anthony Antman Edwards.
Well, he's in the 2019 class now, and he might be the best prospect in 2019 as well.
You're right about that. I forgot about the reclass myself. Anthony Edwards, class of 2019. Holy Spirit Prep will be the home team, all in white. White tops, white bottoms, gold numbers. Meadowcreek, they will be the road team, all in gray. Gray tops, gray bottoms, white numbers. Kendrick Green, Emmanuel Collier, Jamani Watkins-Causey, Damian Dunn, Jamir Chaplin, and Jalen Benjamin will get the start. No Damian Dunn tonight. Again.
He didn't play in that game against Norcross. I'm assuming he's sitting out again as well.
Yeah, soreness. He's listed, he's dressed, not starting this game.
And that was a huge win at Norcross earlier this week too.
Surely was. Anthony Antman Edwards, Buka, Ibrahim Jarju, Miles Wallace, Malachi Jeremiah, the starters for Holy Spirit Prep inside of Wheeler High School. We get ready to jump it up right now. Where's Mark Edwards? No duck season. Edwards will be picked up by Jamir Chaplin. Chaplin now guards him. They give it over to Buka. Buka now going to hold it now to Ibrahim Jarju. Jarju coming over from Green Forest. Jarju turns. Jumper, it's good. Ibrahim Jarju, the first point.
Nice early post move and nice mid-range jump shot from Jarju earlier. And he's very, very capable of making that shot on a consistent basis. Holy Spirit starts out zone.
Meadowcreek coming in at 9-2. Collier, a 3-ball, no good. Rebound underneath. Jamani Watkins-Causey up and in and scores. Jamani Watkins-Causey, he's big, replacing Hightower and Kelly in the post.
Meadowcreek is just one of these teams that just has a bunch of, low maintenance, blue collared, hard playing guys. They're already out here trying to draw charges on the second possession. You gotta love the way they play if you're a basketball purist.
The seasoned sophomore at the guard spot, Kendrick Green, gets the rebound. Moving into the starting lineup, Kendrick in there, big boy, and he's slimmed down and then added some tone to it. I love the way he plays. Let's see, is it a jump ball or what's the call?
Green's built like a football player, but he's very confident in himself. He made some big plays and big shots down the stretch against Norcross.
Man, Kendrick Green was a freshman last year coming off the bench, and then all of a sudden you looked up the final weeks of the regular season, he was starting, then into the region tournament, and the next thing you know, he was a starting freshman guard on a championship team and then brought the first basketball championship to Meadowcreek. Ty Anderson, the head coach of Holy Spirit. There's an inbound three. Chaplin, no good. Anthony Antman Edwards goes up and gets the board. He passes it up ahead. Here's Jeremiah. Jeremiah hesitates. Now off to Jarju. 16-footer. Jarju, no. Chaplin gets the board. Outlets it now to Jalen Benjamin out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
They love to slow it down and take the air out the ball and play with pace and play with tempo. And they use their offense as their defense.
They've played faster this season than they did last season. Benjamin, 3-ball bottoms. Jalen Benjamin.
I think they like to play faster when Dunn's in the lineup. Without Dunn, it seems like they've slowed the ball down a little bit and gone back to last year Meadowcreek pace.
Benjamin coming off of a 23-point effort in a road win at Norcross, the number 2 ranked team in the Georgia Hoop Circle poll. Here's Edwards. Edwards pulls a 3. Edwards rattles it right on down the Milk Creek. Anthony Edwards a 3.
And that's what he's added to his game. He was always a prolific scorer, but now he seems to be shooting the ball with much more confidence from the perimeter.
Spins it back to Green. Green now over to Benjamin. Benjamin goes on an alley. There's your hoop to Jamir Chaplin.
Meadowcreek also probably executes at one of the highest levels in the state of Georgia on the offensive end to go along with their defensive prowess.
Head coach Curtis Gillian standing up, 3rd season at Meadowcreek, and he's got him a state championship. Here's Jarju off to Wallace, float off the window, good, Miles Wallace.
The Meadowcreek staff, including Tony Johnson, who is Jerry Stackhouse's brother, does an excellent job with these guys. They coach them throughout the summer. with the Stackhouse Elite AAU program. So these guys are very comfortable and confident playing in a lot of different situations.
Collier three, no good. Here comes Edwards. Edwards up ahead. Jeremiah catches, fires a three. It's off, no good. Rebound Wallace. Oh, give me that. Get that shot out of here, Chaplin. Send it to the window. Here's Kendrick Green, the seasoned sophomore. Makes his move. Green gonna drive, dump it off now underneath to Chaplin. Chaplin pump fake, has the foot set, and they came in and took it away. Good steal. Here comes Edwards on the break. Edwards, showtime with the one-hand hammer. Anthony Edwards, he has 5 points. Tamani Watkins-Causey, very smart. Just let him go, son.
The bar is so high for him. We're almost disappointed in that dunk, and it was actually a high-level dunk.
440. Spins it to Collier. They're closing out on Collier. They've done the homework. Coach Anderson imploring them to step up. Benjamin, a three on the way. Hill of the rim, no. Rebound off to Jawani Watkins-Causey offensively. Jarju picked him up, kicks it back out to Kendrick Green. 4:24. Less than that now. Benjamin gets the signal from Coach Curtis Gillingham, and guess who went to the scorer's table to check in?
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Might as well have started him, right?
Well, you know, you a coach. Y'all will play a little
mind games.
A little mind game.
Didn't wear his jersey in warm-ups.
Yeah.
Kind of make you believe he wasn't going to play.
Here comes Green. The 7A defending state champs in the GHSA taking on the 3A defending state champs in the GISA. GISA only goes up to 3 classes. Around the screen, Benjamin, a 3-ball. Stripped to net, Jalen Benjamin.
Jalen Benjamin is the son of Oshawa Benjamin, who was a big-time player at NC State. His father is a 6'5" point guard, so it's interesting that he's a much smaller guard, but he plays with elite-level confidence, and he can really, really set the tone and the table for his teammates.
Spin it back out to Buka, top side 3, skipped off the rim, no good. Benjamin gets the rebound out of the guard spot. Jalen Benjamin. Benjamin with the left-hand dribble. Probing down to the left. Now gives it to Green. Back to Benjamin. Benjamin goes baseline. Stops floater. It was bothered and blocked by Jarju. Here comes Anthony Antman Edwards. Surveying. Edwards going to step into a 3-ball. It rolled off. No, man, had that went, he'd have been living right for life. Here comes Chaplin. Chaplin now with the left-hand dribble. He picks it up. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. 10-9. Benjamin, right corner. 3-ball. No. Edwards gets the glass. What is it that Edwards cannot do? Play the point, play the 2, makes his move. It was knocked away from behind. Benjamin gets the steal. Benjamin has it, goes behind the back, leading the break. Benjamin goes with the alley. There's your oop. The Chaplin. Do you see the court vision, Coach?
I think Benjamin is one of the top, if not the top point guard in the state. We saw another good diminutive point guard yesterday in Roscoe Eastman. But Jalen Benjamin shoots it a little bit better. He's a really good player, and he's a good gift for UAB.
Another rebound out of the guard spot by Benjamin. Benjamin now pushing it with the left-hand dribble. Head up, spins it open. Chaplin, a 19-foot 3-ball. It's good! Jalen Benjamin off the assist. Jamir Chaplin knocked it down.
Chaplin is headed to South Florida, and he's an elite-level athlete whose skill level and feel for the game has drastically improved. He's going to be a good player down there.
15-9. Now here comes Jarju driving up with the right hand. No, I haven't seen Jarju take this many shots in his life.
And there's probably a reason for that, Joel.
Green wanted to pull it. Now he puts it on the floor and drives. Kick to the corner. Open Collier a 3. Get it out the bottom of the net. Emmanuel Collier a 3. And Coach Anderson can't take it anymore. They're doubled up. 18-9. Meadowcreek with the lead on Holy Spirit Prep. 1:42 to go, Coach. Meadowcreek bombing from distance. That is their fourth triple in this quarter.
How smart and under control is this Meadowcreek team? They're driving, drawing the defense, kicking out for wide open shots, doing an excellent job on the defensive end as they always do. They forced a couple turnovers here and there, but they just take care of the ball, and it all starts with Jalen Benjamin. When you have a point guard that has that level IQ and is going to make good decisions with the ball, your team usually is going to score and play at a high level.
1:42 to go. This timeout brought to you by SUVtv. Want a digital copy of this game or another SUVtv broadcast? Visit the SUVtv.com/game order to purchase your own copy of any broadcast for $10. So now here comes Holy Spirit walking up the floor with Jeremiah. He spins it over now into the contest. Is DeAndre Brown now, and along with Amir Langlis. The bench is deep as well for Holy Spirit. Spins it across, goes baseline, stop. Jeremiah looks, holds, now pitches it. Edwards in the middle. Edwards goes up, layup, good. Anthony Edwards with the right hand, he has 7.
As much as his game has improved on the outside, I still think he's most deadly in the paint. And there's no one in the high school level that can stop him when he puts his head down and gets anywhere inside of that paint or around the basket.
Damian Dunn in the game, drives, layup, no, left it short. Amir Langlish got the rebound, outlets it now. Here's Anthony Antman Edwards. Edwards' pass was deflected by Chaplin, recovered by Langlish. Langlish lost it. Benjamin with the thievery. Benjamin now has it. He was tripped up, kept his feet. No, he didn't. He gave it over to Dunn. He kept possession of the basketball, though. 45 seconds to go. 18-11. Benjamin drives and a palming violation.
Tough call. Really heady player, though. I love the way he plays. He brings a lot of energy and enthusiasm to the game.
18-11. They spin it now. Here's Jeremiah. Jeremiah now wraps it around, and now here's Edwards. Edwards back out to Wallace. Wallace over to Brown. Brown a 3. No good. Rebound Brown. He got it back with 30 seconds. So Edwards pulls a 3. Front iron short. Chaplin gets the board. Chaplin with 25 seconds. Now he's going downhill, right of the lane. Chaplin attacks, goes up. No ball, no foul. Now here comes Brown back this way, racing down the court. Gives it over to Edwards. Edwards up in the lane and scores. Anthony Edwards with 9.
He's just too good and too smooth when he catches the ball that deep. And again, he just settles for jump shots too much. But when he does that on a consistent basis, there's absolutely no answer for him at this level.
Benjamin attacks, took contact and scores, did not get the foul. But Jalen Benjamin said have some to cap his 8-point first quarter. 20-13, Meadowcreek with a 7-point lead on Holy Spirit Prep. Second quarter action coming up next right here. The SUVtv.com.
Heels or flats? Heels. Around here, we're decision-making pros. But when she got injured last season, I almost made the wrong decision. I thought I could take her where I rehabbed my knee, but her coach told me, take her to Children's. No thanks. All that experience helped my daughter heal faster and come back stronger.
Now we just need to decide where I'll play in college.
Road trip.
We begin the second quarter. Glad that you're with us on SUVTV's coverage of the Tournament of Champions. Showcase, Meadowcreek and Holy Spirit Prep. Holy Spirit in the white with the gold numbers. Edwards a deep 3. He's determined to hit one. And bang, bang, bang. All 3 of them, he has 12 in the contest.
Meadowcreek is one of the few teams that can throw different bodies at him, guards with different size, but he's just going further and further out and trying to prove to me that he can shoot the ball from the perimeter. And I need to be quiet and stay up in the booth.
The perch. He is Coach Darryl LeBerry. I'm Joe Hillsman. That is Emmanuel Collier stroking a 3 from the top, his second 3 ball.
Is it me, or does Meadowcreek always have 2 or 3 guys that just kind of come out of nowhere and know their role and just play high-level basketball?
Coach, you alluded to him playing in that Stackhouse Elite program. Coach G preaches defense. Edwards a 3, no good. Rebound is going to be chased down, out of bounds. Kedrick Green let him go. They just all buy in. They know their role. And when you win and you have belief in your coach and you do win, it just makes it even better. They still are, and we'll see McKeecher next, still the odds-on favorite to win the state championship in the state of Georgia. And there are only 2 losses to a Georgia team, or not to Georgia teams. Listen, Wasatch Academy, I don't know if you've seen them. That's a stick, okay?
I have not.
That's a top 12 team, Wasatch Academy. I'll see them next week down in
They
Emerald
lost
Coast.
them in Hoopsgiving?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they lost last week at the buzzer, had a shot blocked by Trendon Wofford and Mountain Brook. 3 ball.
Mountain Brook has one of the best coaches in the country.
Exactly.
And Trendon Wofford and the other kid who's a sophomore are really good players.
That's your 2 losses. Jumper by Brown, no good. Victories over Norcross. Victory over Wheeler.
Beat Wheeler bad to start the year.
Like a drum. Now Benjamin is on the floor, and a timeout call to 30-second timeout. It is charged to Meadowcreek. This timeout brought to you by the Atlanta Tip-Off Club. The Atlanta Tip-Off Club annually recognizes the top high school and college players, coaches, officials, and administrators in Metro Atlanta and the state of Georgia. Join the ATOC, nominate players and coaches, or learn more at www.atltipoffclub.com. New coaches mention SUVtv when you sign up to receive 10% off of your season membership. 23-16 with 6:41 to go in the second quarter. The Meadowcreek Mustangs out of Class 7A in the GHSA taking on the Holy Spirit Prep Cougars out of Class 3A in the GISA. Both of them are the defending state champs in their association and in their classes. Pretty good crowd on hand here as basketball kicks into full gear all over the state of Georgia. Chaplin catch, jumper, hill of the rim, no rebound, back tap, and Kedrick Green comes away with it. Green now to Jalen Benjamin. 6.5 to go here, second quarter. Joe Hillsman, Darrell LeBaron, glad that you're with us. Goes around is Benjamin. Benjamin hesitating. He's working on Wallace. So Benjamin kicks it underneath. There's Watkins Causey up and scores. A nice double cut move from Jabani Watkins Causey.
That play is reminiscent by Jalen Benjamin of Steve Nash, though. Remember how Steve Nash used to keep his dribble alive, sneak under the baseline, spin back around and find an open cutter to the rim? He's just a very smart player for his age.
Chaplin. Three ball is no good by Edwards. Chaplin there was guarding it defensively. Do you see that Jalen Benjamin has got another rebound out of the guard spot? And now he pulls a three. Take that with you. Oh, Jalen Benjamin.
We talked about this a little bit yesterday, how guys sometimes circle games on their schedule. I think Jalen Benjamin says Anthony Edwards is supposed to be an elite level player. I think I'm elite too. So when we match up, I'm going to play well.
Amir Langlis makes the move, and he was fouled coming over from Parkview. It just goes to show Holy Spirit went up to the Hoop Fest last week in D.C. and split their victories. Their schedule is absolutely loaded. They got to go to Bass Pro Shop. They got Memphis East later on this year. And the schedule is loaded. A lot of people don't believe they're under 500, but if you would take that team and play that schedule, heck, you'd be pressed to beat 500. Look at Robert Cowherd checking in number 11. That's a freshman. The CP3 rising star this past year, participated in that camp up in Greensboro, North Carolina, and Clemens and Louisville, the home of Chris Paul. Free throws no good from Langlis.
He's got a chance to be a really good player too. I think once Anthony Edwards leaves, and it'll kind of become his program, and he'll just kind of take off, and people will think he came out of nowhere, but he's just really sitting behind and learning and trying to prepare for when it's his time.
Collier tried to make his move. Cowherd was there. Here's Dunn. Oh, Dunn, a beautiful move and score. Damian Dunn, his first field goal in a week.
Okay, Temple commit. We've been waiting to see what you were going to give us, so we appreciate it. Got to crowd into it a little bit.
30-16. Did you see this whooping stick coming? Goodness gracious, a 14-point lead, 3 minutes gone. Jeremiah cross court to Cowherd. Now here's Wallace, picked up defensively by Benjamin. Collier stepped out on Cowherd. Chaplin is on Anthony Antman Edwards. Back to Edwards. Edwards now going to drive. Here comes trouble. Good help side defense. Count it. And the foul. Anthony Edwards, even with the fine rotation of Dunn defensively, Coach.
Excellent defensive rotation, as you said. He just calmly, smoothly sidestepped and then decides to go glass with his left hand from 9 feet out. That's just not fair. That was silly.
Free throw no good. He and Kedrick Green were having a nice little conversation down there at the free throw line, and he missed the free throw. 30-18, 12-point advantage. Here comes one of the best sophomores in the state, bringing the ball up in Kedrick Green. He gives it over to Damian Dunn. Dunn came in from Kingston, North Carolina. Off of an elevator for Benjamin. Benjamin a three. It's off, no good. Rebound to Amir Langlis. Langlis takes it and hands it to the all-world Anthony Edwards. The Anthony Edwards. Here's the cross on Chaplin. Gonna drive, coming right down the lane. He blew the layup, tipped by Langlis, no. Rebound by Jeremiah, passed it to the bench, a turnover, and it'll go to Meadowcreek.
Meadowcreek isn't scared, though.
They're not.
They're not scared at all, man.
You just got to me, which I knew they were not going to be, because their defense is as sound, and you can even tell me this. Well, I'll ask you before I put my 2 cents into it, because my 2 cents ain't worth nothing at the Quick Trip. What are you seeing from them defensively right now?
Well, more than anything, they just are connected on a string. So we talked about it a lot yesterday, especially in that Decula game, how Brendan Tucker was able to drive and beat his man off the dribble and get to the paint over and over again. Against Meadowcreek, if you beat your man off the dribble, there's going to be help. And then if you beat the help, there's going to be another guy there to contest your shot. They're all playing for each other. They're all connected. They're communicating. They're sitting down in the stands. Defense actually means something to them, and they take pride in defending elite-level players.
It looks like, Coach, an NBA defense.
No question about it.
It's an NBA defense.
And not your Atlanta Hawks defense.
No, definitely not. On a string, I'm a big Thibodeau fan. I don't think you know
I love
that.
Thibodeau. Obviously, I coach Josh Okogie, so
Yeah.
I've gotten the opportunity to pay a little bit more attention to Thibodeau than normal, and they're one of the elite defensive teams in the NBA.
I had to cover his Bulls teams for 7 years.
There you go. So
I
you
saw
got
that
to see it every day.
night in and night out. And what Thibodeau does with the defense, man. Look, if you defend and rebound, you got a chance in every game.
In every single game.
Every game. I don't care if your offense is on or off. If you defend and rebound, you have a shot. And I tell the guys that love to dunk, you know what the best way to get a dunk is?
Get a steal. I don't know why they can't figure that out. But if you want to win championships, it's all one on the defensive end. But unfortunately, everybody wants to see their name in the paper, so that means they want to see their name with 19 points or their name with 20 points.
Langley's up. No. Tip follow. Foul call. That's fine seeing your name in the paper. If I'm sitting there with 5 steals, that should equal 10 points.
At least. And Meadowcreek, I don't remember the state championship score, but I'm pretty sure it was in the 50s.
Glad you brought that up.
So
Coach,
that means that nobody had 19 points in that game.
Not defensively, no. Langley's free throw was good. Jamir Chaplin finished with that, I believe.
He did, okay.
56-43 was the final score. But defensively, they prided themselves on holding opponents to under 50.
Exactly.
Norcross, we know all about Norcross. They played Norcross 4 times last year.
4 wars, too.
The one game they held them under 50 points is the one they won for the state championship. And then came out, let's see, did they hold them to 50 or less the other night? No, gave up 58, but scored
Listen to what
63.
you said. Gave up 58. That's when you know you got a good defensive team, when you gave up 58.
And one of them was Boston's 3 at the horn, or it would have been 55.
And Dunn didn't even play. Who's either their best or second best player, depending on who you ask and what their opinion is.
Exactly. Dunn goes around the screen. There's an elbow jumper. It's off, no good. Rebound, Amir Langless outletting it now quickly up ahead to Jeremiah. Jeremiah floats it, no good. Rebound off to Damian Dunn. The McEachern Indians are in the building.
It's amazing how they get a defensive rebound. They slow it down. They play so methodical. They call a set. You're not going to speed them up and play at your pace. You're going to play at Meadowcreek's pace.
But they are in command of the basketball game by double digits, an 11-point lead.
It reminds me a little bit of a high school version of University of Virginia. So you fight and you battle and you scratch and you claw. You get a shot off, they get a defensive rebound, and they take their time and take 25 seconds off the clock. And that just wears on you as the game goes on. Now it's less possessions. Now Anthony Edwards hasn't had an opportunity to take over and get into any rhythm. Masterful job of coaching by the Meadowcreek staff.
Spins it off of the screen, and Chaplin, don't believe the hype, but he's playing pretty good defense on Edwards. Cowherd, corner 3, no good. Langlis gets the board. Langlis goes up and scores. Amir Langlis off the window, his first field goal.
And he's going to need to be active and aggressive on the offensive glass to give him a chance tonight. Transfer out of Parkview, lefty with good size. He'll end up at a Division I school.
They have opened a side baseline. You knew it was coming. The seating arrangements. 30-21, 2:02 to go. Here, Joel Hillsman, Darryl LeBerry, glad that you're with us from Wheeler High School. 30-21, Meadowcreek with the lead on Holy Spirit.
I'm glad people are filling in to see this game because this is a high-level game, but I think a lot of people are really excited about Wheeler and McEachern.
Yeah, they are.
Two Cobb County schools that have historically had great programs.
Yeah, McEachern has won the last 2 meetings.
And believe me, I'm pretty sure that they're talking about that in the county too.
1, 2, the last 4 meetings, the last 4 meetings. And this potentially could be the last time they play with these squads. Jumper, good by Damian Dunn. He has 4 points.
I haven't seen him much, but he's just so smooth and under control. He's going to be a really good player at Temple.
32-21. Have you seen the McEachern Indians coach?
I have.
Okay. Is they just turned and you looked at them like they're here. Yeah, they are. Benjamin drives, flipped it up, and he was fouled.
I love, and this is old school in me. I love to see a team come in all the same gear.
Yeah.
Close to the same shoes. Everybody has their book bags on, headphones on. They look like they mean business. This is a business trip for them.
They know the gym well. Benjamin, free throw, good. Jalen Benjamin is having a night. He has 12 points already in the contest, 12-point advantage, 33-21. Their largest lead is 16.
Not to jump ahead, but how good would a matchup with Jalen Benjamin and Sharif Cooper be? I think both of those guys would be excited about that one.
Yeah, it could be an Elite 8 semifinal or final game. Let's check back in March. 34-21, 85 seconds, second quarter. Edwards is on the bench. Here's Buka. Buka worked on by Green, gives it off. Wallace float with the right hand, heel of the rim, no. Langlis gets the board. Langlis now turns, put it on the floor. Don't do that. There's Benjamin
Great
down there.
hustle.
Guards will do that. I'm small, I know. Big man, you bring that ball low, I'm coming to get it. And that's exactly what Benjamin did. 1 minute to go, and they've got a 13-point lead, 34-21.
I love to see winning basketball.
That's the key right there, winning basketball.
Winning basketball.
Dunn has it and holding it. And they can be patient right now. A 13-point lead. They've been in control pretty much from the jump. 14 of the 21 points of Holy Spirit have come off of number 5, Anthony Edwards. Damian Dunn did not get the start. He was a little decoyed, but came and checked in and is playing. One way and the other. Dunn gives it to Benjamin. Benjamin now gets around the Dunn screen. The Tar Heel State is the hoop state, and the ball in Georgia is so good that Dunn and Benjamin had to come get a part of it. In real life.
Both of them.
Here's
really enhanced our basketball, though. I appreciate them coming down.
Here's Green. Benjamin in the corner, a three. No. Tip. Dunn underneath. Up. No. Foul by Langlis with 4 and 10 seconds.
That's one of the famous hammer plays. Give the ball to a guy on the wing. He fakes he's coming off the ball screen, drives baseline. On the weak side, you have a up screen or a flare screen for a shooter going to the corner. And it's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty when it works correctly. Unfortunately, Jalen couldn't knock down that shot right there, but excellent execution by the Meadowcreek basketball team tonight.
Dunn free throw. Oh, it rolled out. No good. Dunn with 4 points. 4 and 10 seconds. Edwards, who got a break, will check back in. Coward will go out, so I'm pretty sure number 5 will touch it in the final 4.7.
Good coaching by Coach Anderson. Obviously, you want to get your best player in the last 5 seconds and put the ball in his hands. If not, use him as a decoy, but probably want to get the ball in his hands. And
really, you gave him a little blow right here before the half. He's probably going to have to go the distance the rest of the way.
No question he will.
35-21. Inbound, here's Edwards with 4. Edwards with 3. Edwards inside the Langlis. Langlis goes up, and a foul call. What a pass by Anthony Edwards.
What unselfishness, what vision, what ball handling. He goes into an in-and-out crossover, and he's at half court. Everybody in the gym thinks he's going to launch a long three. He finds Lawless under the rim. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to finish with the and one through the contact.
Still a good opportunity, though, to score. Wait, they want to get the clock set. I think they want more time. They want 1.5 or 0.5 on the clock. Let's see.
Joel, do you see all these people coming in the building?
Yes, I do, brother. Yes, I do. I'm glad you see it.
This energy, this last game is going to be it's going to be big time. I'm excited, man. I hope both teams live up to the billing. I know Wheeler had a war last night. They ended up losing in overtime out at Norcross. Late finish, late start. But if you can't get excited about this as a player, then you're playing the wrong sport.
You ready?
I'm fired up.
I'm glad to be working with you, my brother.
I want to put a uniform on. Can we find a way to get us some minutes tonight?
I can get some. Brown, no. So Langlis leaves him up. We're at the end of the first half, and yes, the Meadowcreek Mustangs are about that life. They have a 35-21 lead over Holy Spirit Prep at the half. From the Tournament of Champions Classic Showcase on SUVtv.
Toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Trent, off balance jumper. Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. Oh my goodness. That's how you end the game, folks.
Every time we open our doors, we change just a little bit. Every blade of grass, every rose petal, every pen location. But the one thing that doesn't change is our commitment to an exceptional golfing experience. Being prepared to give it our all 364 days a year is not just a credo, it's our soul.
Joe Hilsman and Daryl LeBerry back here with you in the perch from Wildcat Arena. Meadowcreek with a 35-21 lead on Holy Spirit Prep. Coach, first half thoughts, second half adjustments.
First half thoughts are Meadowcreek did what Meadowcreek does. They just played together as a unit. Were unbelievable on the defensive end. I think Anthony Edwards might have ended up with 14, but it was a hard 14. They made him take a lot of jump shots, which I'm sure they felt great about. Adjustments, Meadowcreek needs to just keep doing what they're doing. Holy Spirit is going to have to figure out a way to speed them up, hopefully turn them over, and then let Anthony Edwards do what he does.
Carrying violation called on Jalen Benjamin out of the start of the quarter. Jalen Benjamin, Kedrick Green, Emmanuel Collier, Jamir Chaplin, Jamani Watkins-Causey, the starters, and the 5 on the floor for the Meadowcreek Mustangs. Malachi Jeremiah, Budka, Ibrahim Jarju, Anthony Edwards, and DeAndre Brown gets the start in this second half for Holy Spirit Prep.
They need a little bit of scoring punch, so they inserted him into the lineup. And one thing he will do for sure is be aggressive on the offensive end. And he can get hot and go up for 5 or 6 threes in a row and get you yelling hot sauce, hot sauce, hot sauce, which I cannot wait for.
It takes 4. You get 4, you get the hot sauce.
Well, I'll be counting them up for him. Hopefully he can give us 4 in this half.
35-21, 7.5 to go third quarter as Wildcat Arena continues to fill up. McEachern and Wheeler will cap the Tournament of Champions showcase. Edwards a 3, bang, bang, bang. All 3 of them from Anthony Edwards. 35-24, 11-point game.
I think that's 3 of them for Anthony Edwards, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. He'll give us one more before the game's over with.
Green now to Benjamin. Benjamin now has it to Kedrick.
So Holy Spirit has decided to go to a matchup zone, it looks like.
And Meadowcreek being patient right now.
I don't think they have any problem. You know, they
Alley!
can their live play. Oh, he grabbed him and threw him to the ground.
Come on, Ibrahim Jarju.
I'm all about physical play, but don't try to hurt anybody when they jump in the air.
Not that, yeah. And I'm Jamir, he just gave him a little shoulder. You better be glad, because if I was Jamir, that'll get you, man, on the playground.
I like how Chaplin gave him a little shoulder. Now, we're not encouraging fight now. Yeah, I want to make sure we're clear on that.
Yeah,
but you got to let them know we're out here.
Yeah, you got to let them know. And that should have been a shooting foul on top of that.
I think that should have been an intentional foul. Didn't grab anyone in the air.
Yeah, in the air. Benjamin now grabs it. And we talk about Jamir Chaplin, only 7 points, but he's had the job of defending Anthony Edwards. And like you said, it's 14 points from Edwards, but it's been a hard 14, and it's been 14 where it's had a lot of jump shots.
And what he hasn't been able to do is draw fouls on the Meadowcreek team, who is a little thin right now. So you'll take him taking those jump shots. If he beats you shooting threes, then he just beats you shooting threes.
Out of bounds, a turnover. And now the authorities here at Wheeler Wildcat Arena have opened up the other baseline.
Back-to-back turnovers for Meadowcreek coming out of the half.
Jamani Watkins-Causey from Jarju.
Nice little mid-range free throw jumper.
Rarity. It's down to 9. Benjamin couldn't pick it up again. And now here's Collier, the Chaplin. Chaplin picked up by Edwards. Brown ran a double at him. Benjamin flashed to the high post. Benjamin peels it back out. Jalen Benjamin is special. Buka's on it.
Poised.
This is trouble, though, for Buka. He could seriously be on skates in just a moment. Collier, 3-ball, open, no. Tip, dunk, no. Buka gets the rebound, a foul on Collier. Jamir Chaplin tried to come in and get that dunk. He had a little extra energy in him the other night at Meadowcreek, and I found out it's because Kentucky was in the house. Now, Kentucky had not offered him, and he wanted to play for Kentucky. So he decided to show Kentucky a thing or two the other night. 23 points. Jamani Watkins-Causey goes out. Damian Dunn checks in. Dunn will pick up on Jarju. Butka gives it over to Jeremiah. Makai Jeremiah.
We've seen the last couple days that teams have gone zone, especially matchup zone, and it's really stagnated the offenses. And that's the same thing that's happened to Meadowcreek here in the second half. They haven't even gotten a legitimate shot up or the type of shots that they were getting in the first half up so far.
Great point. And then you have to also be wary of being somewhat conservative on offense. Catch, shoot, three, no, rebound. Dunn tapped it out. Dunn comes away with it. Damian Dunn now got it taken away from behind. Anthony Edwards was chasing him down and got the steal. Edwards now has it in the left hand. Edwards to the right. Edwards over to Brown. Open corner three. Got DeAndre Brown.
We got a ball game now.
And a 30-second timeout call by the Meadowcreek Mustangs. 35-29. Meadowcreek has not scored here in this third quarter and second half, and it's an 8-0 run to open it for Holy Spirit Prep, Coach.
It seems as if Meadowcreek came out kind of playing a little passive because they had the game under control, and then they're playing not to win, not to lose instead of to win. Even in the first half, even when they played very poised and under control, they still were in attack mode and were aggressive getting to the basket. The zone has made them quite stagnant, and they just passed the ball around the perimeter and taking perimeter jump shots. Coach just drew something up real quick. I'm assuming he's going to try to get Dunn in the middle of the paint and let him attack and make plays from there.
Out of the timeout. Now remember, it's an 8-0 run for Holy Spirit Prep to open this third quarter through the first 3 minutes. Where's my man Barry Browner? That's called Barry's barometer, the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. Dunn leans in, shot in and out, tip Jarju, rebound, Chaplin underneath, Chaplin goes up, foul. All right, now Chaplin and Jarju going to have some stuff going on between them.
I still like the look. They ran a baseline runner, overloaded the strong side against the zone, threw the ball to Dunn in the middle. He forced it a little bit, but they were able to get a tip and then an offensive rebound attempt.
Chaplin at the free throw line. Goes through his routine, sticks it up in the air and scores. Jamir Chaplin, Gwinnett Daily Post, Super 6 member, South Florida commit, about 18 points a game.
Just plays with great energy and enthusiasm. Very active, always has his hands up on the rim. He's exciting for the crowd to see, for us to see, and I think South Florida fans will take a liking to him early on in his career.
Brian Gregory was in attendance earlier this week and saw him. Free throw, back iron, no good. He has 8 points, but it's also what he's doing on this end of the floor defensively. Pull up three, no, rebound. On the back, look at Dunn. Jalen Benjamin is just in everything, man.
He's everywhere. He's a winner. He just makes winning plays, though. So guys who really want to win find their way around the ball, whether it's on offense or defense.
That counts as a steal for University of Alabama Birmingham.
No question about it. I know he's small, and people will look at his size.
Yeah, but at heart, he doesn't play like that, though, Coach.
And he's very intelligent.
Dunn catches it, gets the screen from Chaplin. Left hand dribble between the legs, now gives it to Kedrick Green. Green cross-court pass to Collier. Open wing three on the way. Good! Strip the nets. Emmanuel Collier, his third triple. He has 9.
That's back-to-back times that Meadowcreek has overloaded the side and forced Holy Spirit into a situation where they got a little bit confused and brought too many guys to the strong side. That time they skipped to the weak side and got a wide-open 3.
10-point lead, 39-29 with 4:06. This place is filling up.
I don't know if I've ever seen Anthony Edwards as indecisive when he attacks the paint, but I think that's because so many defenders are crowding around him.
Team defense. Brown a 3. Good, DeAndre Brown. Coach, we talked about it off air. I said that DeAndre Brown needed to get in the game, and there it is.
You asked for Brown to come into the game because you knew he could score, and that's exactly what he's done since he's been inserted into the lineup.
And we talk about chemistry and familiarity. Him and Anthony Antman Edwards have played together a very long time. Edwards, there's a pass down low. Jeremiah up, no, tip. Rebound, Langlis up, left, no, tip. And Damian Dunn gets the rebound. And Brown picked up a foul trying to poke it on the way out of the back.
When you're a little undermanned and you want to try to win a game against a team that's a little bit better than you and one of the powerhouses in the state, you can't miss point-blank layups. And that's about the 4th or 5th that I've counted that they missed tonight.
Especially you're seeing the unselfish nature of Anthony Edwards.
He's made some great passes. To his credit, he's not forced the issue at all. Here we go, another overload play.
Dunn, pump fake. There's a 13-footer. It rolled in good. Damian Dunn now with 7.
He's too good in that mid-post area to play this zone. I think Holy Spirit will be forced to go back man if they can't get a couple stops in the next couple possessions.
Is it asking Edwards pull-up jumper. Oh, no good. Is it asking Edwards too much to bring the ball up and create his own shot and score? Is that asking too much?
A lot of people have wondered that. Are you doing him a disservice playing him at the point? And I think that the answer, my particular answer, is yes, because now the defense is able to load up on him. If you can see him bringing the ball down the court, there's only a couple things you can do. You can try to go isolation with him, or you can try to go ball screen with him when he initiates the offense. If you have him running the baselines, you can hide him. You can use him off staggers. You can use him in a screen-to-screener action. You can use him off a flex cut. And now it's more difficult to find him. And once he catches the ball, if he's in scoring range, it's lights out and it's too late. But, you know, that's why we're up in the perch and he's down on the court.
Yeah, but, Coach, still at the same time, you sat on that court and all of that you just broke down, you know, it's about putting players in situations to succeed. I think he can handle the point. I don't think he needs to be your point for 32 minutes a night.
No, you can use him there from time to time, and especially when he's feeling it, or if the defense isn't as good as a Meadowcreek defense, then you can kind of get away with it. But when they're going to play the load-up style defense that they play, you're going to have to find different ways to get him open and available to score.
Holy Spirit defensively forces a turnover, a 10-second violation, and now you see Holy Spirit trying to play quick. If you can do that and not allow the Meadowcreek defense to set up, that's an advantage to you. Drive, left hand, it did not go. Rebound comes off to Damian Dunn with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. He gives it over to the seasoned sophomore and Kedrick Green. Green now attacks. Green kicks it out. Benjamin, pump fake, escape dribble, and they close out defense there by Langlis not to allow the jumper.
Great patience, though, because he could have easily forced a bad shot in that situation.
Benjamin, cross court to Green. Green fakes, shoveled it to Dunn. He couldn't finish it. Gets it back out to Benjamin. Benjamin down to Dunn. Up, traveling violation.
That's just being rusty. He hadn't played in a week, so he's a little uncomfortable right there in that situation. But you want to get him the ball in the mid-post or high-post area because he's very effective there.
And I think Green's pass had a little bit too much mustard on it for him because that's who was going to it.
Yeah. Green is a really good player, though. Has a great feel for when he attacks on finding open players.
That's a sophomore, Coach.
He's going to be good. He's just got to get his body in order a little bit, hopefully become a little bit more athletic because he's very skilled and very poised.
And that jumper can use a little work as well, but I love me some Kedrick Green. Oh, Jalen Benjamin. I love him, too.
Jalen Benjamin's jumper doesn't need work.
No. Oh, no. Green, though, by the time he's a senior, I mean, it's going to be some people that wish they'd have wrote the letters. Look at him. He went in there and stole the ball from Langlis on the front. Open Collier, 3-ball. No. Rebound is ripped off by DeAndre Brown. Brown lead pass up ahead to Edwards. Caught it. Edwards goes in and dunks it. Anthony Edwards with the dunk.
He's one of the few high school players that dunks it and puts his whole wrist in the rim.
Brendan Tucker
can definitely do it. It just doesn't look as smooth as when Antman does.
Okay.
Would you agree?
Everything Antman does is smooth. Oh, it fell off. Violent dunker is what Tucker is. Chaplin is a violent dunker as well. I'm going to tell you somebody else who was a violent dunker, Reggie Perry.
No question about it. We saw a couple violent dunkers in the last game.
Yeah. Emmett Williams is oh, yeah, we did. Who was that? Yeah, but Jalen McQuarrie.
Yeah, Jalen McQuarrie and the big fella, Howard.
Rodney Howard, okay.
Rodney Howard had a couple nasty ones too.
43-36. Isaac Okoro might, if he heard me, he might come give me a violent dunk.
Oh, he gonna give us one tonight. No question about it.
Benjamin worked on by Jeremiah. We're closing moments of the fourth quarter. Holy Spirit, though, within striking distance, scored just a little bit lower than you may have thought, but still right there. Meadowcreek likes to keep you under 50.
I think this is Meadowcreek's pace.
Benjamin faults off. I like the no call. Benjamin shovels it in to Watkins calls it. He lost it. Jeremiah tried to come away with it. They dive on the floor, jump ball, possession arrow will go to the Meadowcreek Mustangs.
I love the effort and energy for that loose ball. You had three guys just laying full out, body-to-body contact, knowing that each possession is important.
Wildcat Arena continues to fill up. 43-36, 20 and 6/10 seconds. Meadowcreek, the 7A champ in the GHSA of Georgia. Holy Spirit Prep, the 3A champ in the GISA of Georgia. Both of them are playing national schedules. Meadowcreek, the difference is they haven't lost to anybody in Georgia. Holy Spirit can't beat anybody in Georgia, but they're beating up on the nation. Pump fake, jumper, Benjamin, no good. Rebound, tip, and Edwards comes away with it, and we are at the end of the third quarter. Meadowcreek 43, Holy Spirit 36, fourth quarter coming up next right here, the SUVtv.com.
Holy Spirit took advantage in that quarter. We'll see what they do in the fourth.
Edwards, Brown with the jumper, no good. Jarju, Langless, and Wallace, the foul on the floor that started for Holy Spirit Prep in the white, and a foul called. Jarju going to the free throw line. Joel Hillsman, Darrell LeBerry, glad that you're with us here from Wildcat Arena on the campus of Wheeler High School. Ibrahim Jarju going to the free throw line. He has 4 points on the day, and this is his first trip.
Joel, I think that's one of the issues with Brown right there, and that's why sometimes they try to control his minutes. He forces some shots sometimes, and if he just played within the flow and the way that they play, he'll get open shots because Anthony draws so much attention to himself. But I think he just had a scorer's role over at Therrell, and he hasn't adjusted to playing with an elite player.
If Edwards and Brown were at Therrell, with what Therrell has this year, Therrell would be all world.
And wouldn't it be great for one of the city schools to have an elite team? But unfortunately, you know, just different situations, different circumstances, guys decided to do some different things.
Therrell still is a good ball club, though.
I like Armbruster a lot. He's a pretty good player, man.
He is.
And they got a wing over there, a guard that can play too.
Ramon's son. They need – now, we want to talk about weaknesses. They have a glaring weakness beyond the arc. They do not have shooting, and that is going to be a problem down the stretch, even in 2A, which is really one of the most deepest classes in Georgia. Done, no good, and Jamir Chaplin gets credit for the tip.
It's hard to win as you go on and advance. If you can't make free throws, you can't shoot from three, and if you turn the ball over.
Especially in the state of Georgia when them whistles tighten up in the semifinals and the final.
And you're playing in different gyms. We got some weird rules in the state tournament. That's probably a conversation for another day, but I don't like these games and the different arenas that they play in.
In the college arenas?
We should just play it all at Georgia Tech when I was growing up, the whole entire state tournament. Wow. Now you play some games at home, some games on the road.
First three rounds are higher seed.
Yeah.
Semifinals, predetermined location. In the finals, everybody playing the finals this year in Macon. Everybody.
So they're going back to Macon after the free throw debacle.
They went back to Macon last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hey, listen, I like Macon.
Yeah.
I like that gym because you get 8,000 in there and it's going to be a nice basketball setting. And now Macon has the new rims and all of that stuff, so it's good. Macon wanted it back, and I like it in Macon myself. I do.
That was just crazy how they had them shooting like a 12-foot free throw or something.
No, it was 17-foot free throw.
It was too far.
But see, that goes to the GHSA and the difference in football and basketball.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that right there.
It's important enough to make sure that things are correct.
Oh, well, it would have put us back an hour and a half. Had them football goalposts been incorrect, you'd have played the whole game over.
Oh, ain't no question about it.
Traveling. So, yeah, it's in Macon. I think 7A this year semifinals are at Buford. 6A is at West Georgia. 5A is at Fort Valley. That's where I'll be going, Fort Valley. 4A is Columbus State.
Okay.
3A is Georgia College in Millersville.
I think I'm just dating myself.
2A is Armstrong State in Savannah. 1A is Valdosta State. That's what the semifinals are.
I'm just dating myself again. I'm just old school. I get caught up in my old school stuff. I got to move on. It's a new era, new time. I just got to adjust.
Now, what I will say is 7, 8 classifications in Georgia is way too many.
We had 4 when I was growing up.
When I graduated, it was 4. Green jumps over to Collier, 45-38. See, this is what happened, folks. Coach LeBerry and I have not worked together, so we're catching up on all of this stuff together.
Trying to educate you guys at the same time.
With a high-level matchup that Jalen Benjamin is about that life because he came from Raleigh, North Carolina, to 919, and now is down in Georgia, and now making a trip to the free throw line where he's 2 of 2 on the day.
I think he knew that his mate, his fellow North Carolinian, wasn't full throttle, and he would need to play a little bit better game than he typically does. And he came out guns blazing, and he's played well this entire game.
Because we always talk about it, and I know you look at it from a recruiting standpoint as well, the consistency of a basketball player.
Yes.
This is my 4th Meadowcreek game. Jalen Benjamin has played the same way every game. Consistency.
He's extremely confident in himself with a high IQ, and he has a high care factor, which is crazy that that's even something that we talk about, but he really cares about winning and playing at a high level.
Buka pulls a 3. Look out. 6-point game. 3 minutes gone. 4th quarter. Joel Hilsman, Darren LeBerry, glad that you're with us on SUVTV's coverage of the Tournament of Champions Showcase. Here's Benjamin. He drives. It was cut off. Chaplin, open 3. No, badly missed. Rebound to DeAndre Brown. He hands it over to Anthony Antman Edwards. Edwards into the forecourt. Edwards wanted to walk into a 3. He drives the lane, put it up with the left hand. Offensive foul.
Great call.
Anthony Edwards. Yeah, and he got away with a palming violation earlier.
Again, team defense. So Jamir Chaplin gets beat off the dribble. Unbelievable in-and-out dribble. But who's there waiting on him? Damian Dunn, who's not banged up a little bit. He's waiting on him right for a charge.
But the thing about it, Coach, he has 21 points.
He's worked hard for every single one of them. That's all you can do.
Listen, Isaac Okoro and McEachin beat them earlier this year, and he had 30. And people were talking about, well, Joel, he put 30 on Okoro. Dude, Okoro is a good defensive player.
With great size and great physicality.
That was a hard 30. Green went baseline but had to kick it back out. That just tells you the level of player that Edwards is.
The top 5, top 10 pick, worst case scenario.
Right now?
I think so.
Okay.
When you're 6'5", he's probably 215 already, hadn't even really hit the weight room all the way, and uber skilled with confidence and talent, you're a high-level draft pick.
Here's Buka, spins it to the top to Langlis. There's what you're talking about off of the screen. Edwards one way and the other, and now the whistle's beginning to blow a little bit on Meadowcreek. Oh, yeah, look at the foul count. They're in the bonus for the rest of the way.
It's getting chippy a little bit, too. I don't know if you can see it, Joe. It's chippy a little bit.
It is, but I don't know, man. 4:10 to go all of a sudden. Both teams are in the bonus, so it'll be 1-1 coming up for Anthony Edwards.
Look at Benjamin and Micaiah. They got a little thing going on. They're just walking with each other, bumping each other over and over again. Officials coming down here ready to say something to them.
I call it gamesmanship.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
Believe me, I'm all for it. But it's just interesting to see kids in this era do that because that doesn't happen quite as much as it used to when we were growing up.
You're right. And the one thing that you brought out is the official. He walked all the way down here with them.
All the way.
They turned and walked back up, and he walked right with them.
That's the only reason he came down here.
Free throws are good, 23 for Edwards. Great observation there, Coach. And now, I don't mind that, but it's a full timeout. I guess I need to pay a bill. This timeout brought to you by the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. At Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, the sports medicine team doesn't just treat the pain from sports injuries. They work with young athletes to fix the problem and teach them proper sports mechanics. When you choose Children's, you're in the hands of specialists who understand how to help young athletes get back in the game. Visit choa.org/sportsman to learn more. Joel Hilsman, Darren LeBerry, glad that you're here with us from Wheeler High School. Upson Lee and Langston Hughes are over there in the Hawks Naismith Classic.
These final 4 minutes will be pivotal right here. This is usually when Meadowcreek takes excellent care of the ball and really, really straps down on defense. But can Anthony Edwards find a way to lift Holy Spirit to a huge upset win?
Yeah, it would be considered an upset. They were trailing by 14. It's down to 4 with 3:50 to go. Benjamin, Green, Watkins, Causey, Dunn, and Collier, the 5 on the floor for Meadowcreek. Benjamin's 3 is no good. Edwards gets the rebound. He's out there with Jeremiah. Long lead pass to Brown. Brown goes, and he was fouled. He's got Buka and Jeremiah out there with him as well. Edwards, Jeremiah, Buka, Brown, and Langlis. I don't know why I always get Jeremiah and Wallace mixed up. Been doing it for 2 seasons. I don't know. I apologize to both of you young men.
Today's the day that you're going to correct that.
But here's Benjamin and Jeremiah coming down here, and here's Mr. Ref walking down. And Coach Curtis Gilligan actually doing a little timeout coaching with Benjamin. And so Benjamin walks back into the full court. Jeremiah follows him, and the ref follows him. This is going to be interesting to watch this. Meanwhile, in more important news, DeAndre Brown's free throw is good.
I think that's important for people to know what, we're giving them the full scope of everything that's going on in the game.
47-44 with 3:37 and a lefty DeAndre Brown free throw good. The lead is all the way down to 2. They came from 14 down. 3:35, Meadowcreek and Holy Spirit. Lord, this is Georgia basketball. Here comes Kedrick Green across the timeline, protecting the dribble with the right hand. Edwards picks him up. Now he picked up the dribble. Gets it to Watkins, Causey at the high post, back to Green to give him the dribble back. They've slowed the pace dramatically in the second half. Dunn holds it off to the top to Chaplin. Over to Green. They are being very, very patient now.
Joel, I don't know about you, but I feel like Meadowcreek is playing a little too passive, though.
Yes, prevent offense. Benjamin dumps it out to Causey, goes and scores, and that's why we're up here.
What a play.
Jamani Watkins Causey from Jalen Benjamin. Pushes it out to 4. 2:50 to go. 3, Edwards. Hill of the rim, no. High rebound ripped out of the air by Jamir Chaplin. Over to Jalen Benjamin with 2:40 to go. Benjamin sees Green. He says, be patient. He spins it up to him. But the savviness of Green, he has not scored, but he commands the offense when he's on the floor.
And he just takes care of the ball and is very physical when he catches. He does not turn the ball over. We got a little scrum going again.
He's holding him. He's hooking him. Let's see. Who's the foul going to be on? That's got to be on Jeremiah. He's upset, but he was hooking Green.
I don't know if you saw the whole play, though. Green tried to step over him, a little bit of LeBron James over Draymond Green.
I saw it. I did.
So as a man, if somebody tries to step over top of you, you have to step up and defend yourself.
But guess what? Who going to the free throw line?
So what we're saying is we had a savvy veteran play by a sophomore on a senior.
Yep.
Well, it's only savvy if he makes both free throws.
Green free throw. Good. First one. First point of the game for Kedrick Green.
He might be one of the few young men that's played with some older guys.
Yeah, man. He just about that life, man. We didn't even call him a freshman last year. We called him a first-year player. Now I call him a seasoned sophomore. Look at what he did just now.
That was a huge possession for them, too.
Put him up 6, 225, but this man has the basketball. Who is it? Anthony Antman Edwards. Jump past the Buka, swings it to Brown, pump fake, traveling violation. You know what? Benjamin closing out caused that.
Great closeout, high hands, great energy. I don't know if you've also seen the adjustment that Meadowcreek has made. They put Dunn on Anthony Antman Edwards, and on all ball screen situations, they're not even allowing him to come off. They're doing what they call a blue or an ice. They're forcing everything to the sideline into a trap.
Well, that's what Meadowcreek does. They ice you the whole way. Now, do you see what Green just did there?
Drew another foul on the best player.
But Edwards picked him up at the baseline. I'm poised. I'm savvy. I know how to protect the basketball. Come down and get the foul. The seasoned sophomore hadn't scored all day. Here you are, look up in the fourth quarter. Now he's shooting free throws. And he had 5 big points in the fourth quarter against Norcross. His only 5 points of the game. I mean, the guy's just a winner.
If he makes these 2,
no good. Rebound, Jamani Watkins Causey couldn't have it. It is. But it's still a 6-point game. Jeremiah out of control. Offensive foul.
Another big-time charge by Meadowcreek. I think that's the 4th charge of the day. And those plays are huge possessions because you force a turnover, get the ball back now with under 2 minutes on the clock.
And guess who took the charge?
Jalen Benjamin, a winner.
Jamir Chaplin catches it. 6-point game, 1:55 to go. Chaplin gonna drive to Watkins Causey. Buka tipped it. Buka gets the steal. Buka left his feet, gets it up to Jeremiah. Jeremiah now long cross-court pass to Edwards. Edwards comes to a sliding stop, spins up. Foul by Green, but Green, good defense there.
Great foul. Then he bumps Anthony Edwards. I love this kid, Green. He got a little something to him, man. I love this kid. But as you can see, when Meadowcreek gets the ball on this side of the court in the half court, especially late game, Jalen, Benjamin, or Green has to get the ball. Because if they don't, you're putting guys in position that are not comfortable making plays off the dribble. Maybe Dunn can do it, but Chaplin, he's an excellent player, and he's had a great game. Putting him in a situation where he's playing one-on-one basketball and having to make passes off the dribble is not his forte.
51-45, 1:38 to go. Edwards missed the first free throw. He has 23 points in the contest. He has 24 points in the contest, and a timeout called as he makes that free throw. 5-point game, 1:38 to go. This timeout brought to you by the Oaks Course. Attention all golfers, experience the Oaks Course in Covington, Georgia, home of superb greens and friendly tees. The Oaks Course is open every day except Christmas and is located at 11240 Brown Bridge Road in Covington, Georgia, 30014. Visit www.golfoaks.com or call 770-786-3801. Mention SUVtv for $5 off of your next round. That was a full timeout. That was not a full minute that they were granted.
And we talked about it earlier. Anthony Edwards has 24, but it's been a grind 24. I've seen him play a ton. And I don't know, first of all, I don't know if I've ever seen him score 24 points or less. That's first of all. But second of all, I don't think I've ever seen him work this hard. Like, he's going to sleep like a baby tonight. He worked for every bit of these points.
Here's your inbound by Dunn on the baseline. Looking, has to get it in, and he does the call. You're now back to Dunn. Dunn going to break the timeline. They've got numbers 3-on-1. Dunn goes up. Jarju bothered him. Put back, dunk Chaplin.
Now, you've seen Dunn more than I have. He looks very – is he lethargic or is he just smooth? You explain to me what he is.
I think he's a savvy, sound wing scorer. I think there he was being ginger and didn't want to hurt that back.
I don't think he was just being coy, trying to make him think that he wasn't going to really attack the basket.
Yeah, I don't think he's fully healthy.
Okay.
But when you get a chance to play this type of game, you go out and play.
No question.
And you're going to get a break over the next couple of days. Yeah.
I don't think they could have won this game if he didn't play.
I'm not going to say that. I won't say that. He has 7 points. I
think he's impacted the game with more than scoring, and his presence on the court was good for his team too, though.
DeAndre Brown strokes in a three. He's had a massive second half. It might not be enough. He has 11 points all in his second half, under a minute, 4-point game. Vital possession here. Brown gives the foul. So they're going to send Jalen Benjamin to the free throw line. Benjamin on the day is 3 of 4 from the free throw line.
I don't know his numbers, but if I had to guess, he's a high 80s free throw shooter.
I apologize. He is 4 of 4 from the line.
I was confused. I didn't think he would miss one. I'm pretty sure he's going to be 2 for 2 right here. You tried to jinx him. Let's see what he does.
I did not. 17 points. That's 18 right there when it rolls in because he's living right. 54-49. One more coming up for Benjamin. Amir Langlis will race in and be the substitution for Ibrahim Jarju. One more coming up for Jalen Benjamin, the senior out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
For all of you all at home listening on SUVtv or watching on SUVtv, the gym is almost packed to capacity. The anticipation in the air is thick. Everyone is excited and looking forward to this matchup tonight and really the end of this game because we got a 6-point game with 53 seconds left.
Here comes Edwards. He touches it so the clock starts. Anthony Antman Edwards goes around the screen. Over to Brown. Brown open three. Good! DeAndre Brown! Give me the hot sauce! Give me the hot sauce, DeAndre Brown!
Let's go. That's what we've been waiting on is the hot sauce. Anthony Edwards, I thought he was going to be the man who gave it to me. It ended up being Brown. We will take it however we can get it here.
55-52, 43 and 1/10. Coach, I'm going to talk about it again. We were off air at halftime talking bluntly about the game, and I said DeAndre Brown
yes, you did.
Needed to be in the lineup.
And you were exactly right. Apparently the message got into the Holy Spirit locker room, They brought him out. I don't think he's come out this half.
He has not.
And even though he's taken a couple questionable shots here and there, he's given them a scoring spark, and he's made it where you can't just key in and lock in on Anthony Edwards because other guys are making plays.
14 points for DeAndre Brown, all of them in this second half, and he has 4 3-pointers. 55-52, 43 and 1/10. Joel Hillsman, Darryl LeBarry, glad that you're with us. Holy Spirit trailing. They're all in white. White tops, white bottoms, gold numbers, green trim. Meadowcreek, all in gray. Gray tops, gray bottoms, Carolina trim, white numbers. Dunn looks into Benjamin. Benjamin now races to the corner, and a foul call, and this one will be on someone who came off the bench just to do that off the goon squad. Sumter, Daniel Sumter off of the bench, came in and got the foul.
And there are a lot of different ways to handle that situation. I personally would have liked to get at least 1 trap, maybe 2 traps, let the ball get across half court, go for an aggressive steal, and if you foul, you foul, but not intentionally fouling, because in that situation, you had a wild spin by Benjamin. If you were just playing good, sound defense, he might have just turned the ball over to you.
Double bonus, 2 free throws coming up for Benjamin. Benjamin, free throw. Good. I understand exactly what you're saying, and I almost agree with that. But when you don't have the shot clock, you got to extend the game earlier than you would if you had the clock.
Point made. Point taken.
I always say 3 seconds, I don't get a steal foul. They took, 6. Free throw, good. Benjamin just sitting up there swishing him.
You got to find a way to foul somebody else. He's not the guy you want to foul.
No, but if I'm Meadowcreek, I make sure he gets the basketball. Here's Edwards with 35 seconds. Edwards drive down the lane. He dumped it off. He's being passive, and he gives it off to Jamir Langles. Another assist for him. They got a quick little hoop there, 57-54 in the green, and now they foul Green. Now this will be big free throws for Kedrick Green. He is 2 of 3.
He missed the last one. He missed the last, and it was a 1-and-1 as well.
Yeah, this is double bonus action. You make 1, it's 2 possessions.
I don't think Anthony Edwards is being passive. I think they're stepping up and trying to draw charges, and he's forced to make different decisions. And for the most part, he's made some good passing decisions.
Kedrick Green, the seasoned sophomore, free throw, front iron, no good.
He might not be as seasoned as you think. That steak might not quite have the seasoning that you think it does, Joel.
Green will get 1 more, 25 and 6/10. The energy in this building right now
is electric.
Man. Free throw, no good. He sat up there and missed 3 straight. 1 possession game. Edwards across the timeline. He's picked up by Dunn. Edwards going to drive the lane. Euro step in, left hand layup, no. Tip follow, no. And he was fouled. Go to the free throw line with 16 and 1/10. Do you like that going for the quick 2?
I do.
Okay.
With this much time on the clock, you want to drive and be aggressive, and he actually had a chance to get an old-fashioned 3-point play. Definitely don't want to settle for a 3 with 16 or probably 20 seconds on the clock as he was bringing the ball up the court. He definitely needs to knock down both, set your pressure up. You might get a turnover here.
Edwards, free throw. Oh, he left it short.
Free throw shooting wins games. We talked about it a lot earlier. Free throw shooting, turning the ball over. If you want to win games at a high level, those are 2 areas that you have to be elite at.
He is 5 of 8, 6 of 9. 57-55. Let me set it for you. 1 timeout remaining for Holy Spirit, 3 for Meadowcreek. Holy Spirit does not want to call a timeout. You've got to foul immediately. And they want to deny Benjamin the ball, and they fouled him before the inbound. Miles Wallace will pick up the foul.
And he's laughing at him. Him and Green are 2 of the smartest little guards in this gym. He runs up, he grabs his arm, hooks up underneath him. Old school Mark Jackson type play, NBA veteran play, get to the free throw line, and he knows he's not missing.
Benjamin and Green still having a talk. Now Anthony Edwards and Kedrick Green standing there having a conversation. I love it. Benjamin, free throw, big, massive free throw is good.
Benjamin's trying to tell the young fella, Kendrick Green, this is what season looked like.
He's 9 of 9 from the free throw line. 58-55. Meadowcreek takes everybody off of the line. Benjamin, 10 of 10. Final timeout call by Holy Spirit. Coach Anderson grabs that dry erase board. What can he draw up? This timeout brought to you by CBA Sports. Looking to refurbish or get a new turf field, basketball, tennis, or multi-purpose court? CBA Sports can help as your sports construction specialist for both commercial and residential projects. Visit CBAsports.com and contact us to discuss your next indoor or outdoor project. Joe Hilsman, Darren LeBerry, glad you're here with us. Holy Spirit Prep trailing 59-55. They are out of timeouts. Meadowcreek with the lead. They have 3 timeouts. Both teams are in the double bonus. Green, Benjamin, Watkins, Causey, Dunn, and Chaplin, the 5 that will be on the floor for the Mustangs. Buka, Edwards, Wallace, Brown, and Jeremiah, the 5 that will be on the floor for the Cougars of Holy Spirit Prep.
Last time they were in this situation, they ran a little fake ball screen for Brown with Anthony Edwards into a 3 for him. This time they run a flare for Brown. He didn't see him.
Jeremiah drives and was fouled. 9.1 seconds. I like not going for the quick 3. I like going to get the 2 and extending the game. The problem is now, this is your last opportunity to do that.
And you better not let Jalen Benjamin get the ball.
Because you have no timeouts. Free throw good.
Because if Jalen Benjamin gets the ball on the inbounds, that's 2 more points in the books.
Jeremiah, free throw is good. Yeah, you got to deny Jalen Benjamin. The man is 11 of 11 from the 10 of 10 from the free throw line. And no good. Rebound comes off the Causey. Foul call. 7.7 seconds. That's a big miss there.
But we have a guy who hasn't been at the free throw line that much, so it might have actually worked out. Obviously, you want to take the point, but you don't want Benjamin at the free throw line. You might get a miss here, and you'll still just be a 1-possession game with 7.7 seconds left.
You need 2 misses and a rebound and a 3. That's what you need.
For in a double bonus, yeah. Wow, that's tough. Need to make that free throw.
59-55. Jamani Watkins Causey, first trip to the line. No good.
I knew he was in trouble when he stepped up and he had 2 different shoes on. He couldn't even see. He was put his shoes on in the dark in the locker room.
You know they're made like that, right?
Oh, that's my bad. Did I just date myself again?
No, that's the Adidas. That's what they wore this summer.
I got to get out more.
And it looks that way now. If he turns around, it'll be inverted. Dunn and Chaplin on the line. Look at this. Here's the free throw. Up. It rolled in. That might be enough. Long inbound pass up to Brown. Brown with 5. Brown with 4. Brown will pull a long 3. No good. Tip no good. Tip no good. Tip no good. And the Meadowcreek Mustangs have came away with a 60-56 victory over the Holy Spirit Prep Cougars. Meadowcreek, folks, they are about this life. Anthony Antman Edwards, though, for Holy Spirit. 25 points in the contest. DeAndre Brown had 14 off of the bench. They were the high people. Jalen Benjamin. $23 points to lead Meadowcreek. And Jamir Chaplin, 7, 8, 10, 12 points for Meadowcreek as well. Final score, 60-56. Meadowcreek over Holy Spirit. Coming up next, McEacher and Wheeler.